Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Kaiwaza with you, and we are continuing uh, to look at my Hawaiian and Exotica records. We were doing Exotica, the letter D. I kind of thought we were done, but my bad, because there's a few more left, and then we'll go into the next letter that I drew, which is L. So today we're just going to finish up the D's and then go into L. I have a couple South Pacific ones here under the D letter: Drums of Bora Bora and Songs of Tahiti. This is by various artists. One side is drumming and the other side is Tahitian singing, and I like the label, Tiare Tahiti. Yeah, the Tropic Trio and like other people who, I don't even know if they're listed on here. Voices of the Atolls, Alain Motet and his rhythms, and drumming. Okay, another one. This is a 10-inch one, smaller one. Drums of the South Seas, and this also by, I think, a variety of artists, recorded and produced by Gaston Gilbert. It's red vinyl. Cool. Voices of the Atolls, I guess, are doing everything. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes with these records, but rather fetching cover, right? Here's one many of you probably know. Walt Disney's The Enchanted Tiki Room from Disneyland. No Exotica or whatever record collection would be complete without it. It's a booklet with pictures from the attraction, right? Although mine is falling apart. Jungle Cruise. One side is the sound from the Enchanted Tiki Room, and the other side is the soundtrack from the Jungle Cruise. But the Jungle Cruise, I think, doesn't really have music. I mean, much music on it. It's the Tiki, the in the Tiki room. La 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 la. Anyway, it's cute. Somebody did a Macarena version of the Tiki Room. Did you ever hear that? I have that CD somewhere. Under Exotica, we saw a Hawaiian record by this guy. Here's one that's kind of Exotica. Skin Diver Suite. Leo Diamond is a harmonica player with full orchestra. Side 2 is just selections, easy listening. Side 1 is the Skin Diver Suite, which is all sort of nautical related sounds. And it's just one big old piece of music. Again, I think this one is probably, it's a collector's item, and it's known really for its cover, I think, more so than the music that's on it. I think his Hawaiian album is very nice. This one is kind of like, whatever, I don't know. It has little bubbly sounds on it. It's cute. Now, these next two albums are the same record. This is the first time I came across it, when it was called Percussion Exotique, although I think this is a later release of it. On Top's Mayfair, by Robert Drasnin, or Drasnin. Wonderful Exotica album, really, really wonderful. Chant of the Moon, Hindara, Warm Night Wind, Mirage, Voodoo, Enchantment, Paradise. I don't quite get the cover. It doesn't really have anything to do with it, but really great music. And then it turns out later on, when I would get more into collecting and learning about other labels, that this album is actually quite famous, although not in this release. In this release, which I think is the earlier version, same album, but it's on Top's, same label, but it's called Voodoo, Exotic Music from Polynesia and the Far East. Okay, this is really a classic, and you have to, it's a quiz. What is wrong with this picture? Well, I mean, there are a number of things, but what's really wrong with this picture? Well, I mean, it's pretty much white people dancing around a fire for being into voodoo, but I would say Voodoo is a something practiced in the Caribbean islands, particularly like Haiti, taken, I guess, from parts of African religion. Voodoo is not practiced in Polynesia or in the Far East. So why would exotic music from Polynesia and the Far East be a record called Voodoo? This is the geographical incorrectness of Exotica that I think we all know and love. It's like it's completely not real. This copy, I have seen it on yellow vinyl. This one's just black. But this was also reissued on CD. You can find it. And also, sometime in the 90s, actually private funds were collected for Robert Drasnin, who was still alive, and who said he had other compositions from this recording session that were not used, that he had it all, whatever, they had the notation and everything out, and then added a couple of more songs and actually did another CD of music that's exactly the same idiom, exactly the same style, and really great, called Voodoo 2. That's on CD if you're interested. It's a great album also, and then he has passed away since then. Okay, that's it for the letter D. I'm going to stop it right there, and we can listen to some samples, musical samples, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
And the flowers grow in the tiki 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 room.
So I hope you enjoyed those, and that's going to wrap up the letter D in Exotica. And on the next video, we will start with the letter L, and we'll see how far we get. Got a fair amount of L's, too. And in Exotica, that's Arthur Lyman, so that's going to be big, too. Anyway, that's a ways from now, because we'll start with the Hawaiian letter L next time.